skis are all lined up the way they should be.
Why are these grown men inspecting these toys?
This guy's got one problem that I've seen, but it's a tough one to fix.
That's the twist of the fuselage.
That's the twist of the fuselage.
Things are not as they seem at first glance. These are grown men, but they are not looking at toys. They are looking at art.
Yeah.
I mean, even the seats. Look at the seats. He's got.
And it is just incredible the level of artistry that's here. And I think most contestants here we do consider this art. It is an art genre because it is the amount of effort and expertise that goes into building these things, just crazy impressive.
It's same thing like a painting, but it's in 3 dimensions. You know, you're building a 3-dimensional model that is painted using fading and various color combinations and so on to create a 3-dimensional piece of art, whereas, say, a painter paints it on 2 dimensions. It's very similar in many ways.
This is ModelMania at the Stafford Center, hosted by the Houston chapter of the International Plastic Modelers Society.
IPMS, the Plastic Model Show, is a place where plastic modelers can come bring their models to show them off. Some people do it for fun, some people do it, they're trying to be very competitive. Some people are trying to do a proving ground now so they can move on to a regional or a national competition. And everywhere in between. A lot of people just get here for the fun. They like to see good modeling, whether it's a car or a plane or a tank or whatever.
We're expecting over 200 contestants, over 500 models of all kinds here today.
Teams of judges circulated around the models, being careful not to miss anything.
They're looking, number one thing is construction. Are things straight if they're supposed to be straight? No big seams. And then we get off into the finish. Does the paint look accurate? And then we can get into sometimes we have to get into little nitpicky stuff, to pick the winners.
Some people they get into what we call rivet counting. They'll go through and literally, okay, this has got one too many rivets or this panel line's in the wrong place and whatever. Generally, we don't get to that level of competition on a local show. That's usually more of a nationals, when you got everybody at a national show is on a very, very high level of modeling.
Right next door were the vendors, where you could buy whatever you needed or wanted to fulfill your modeling dreams.
We have 100 tables and they're all full. We've probably got about 35 to 45 vendors. Everything from toys for the kids, actual toys, to model kits for the builders, tools for the builders.
You can buy kits with parts to assemble, but some 3D artists have transcended beyond the kit to something called scratch built.
Scratch built is building a kit entirely on your own, using very few kit parts, but you build it out of sheet plastic and plastic parts all by yourself. This is made entirely by hand. There's not a formed piece on there. The guy made all of that himself.
It's impossible not to get a history lesson in this room.
A lot of people get into the historical research. Like myself, when I'm building an aircraft, as I'm building it, I'm doing research, learning about it. How fast did it go, who used it, what time frame was it in use, when were they retired, are there still even any of them existing today? And I just like the history part of it, I always have.
And there is history you may not know, like the time Orville Wright lost his luggage. The takeaway from ModelMania is that in the smallest things, you can find art on a grand scale. For Great American Pastimes, I'm John Woods.